Hey, I'm Josh Elledge, the Chief Executive Angel at SavingsAngel.com, and welcome to the Savings Angel Show. I'm podcasting to you from the beautiful, nearly end of summer, Orlando, Florida. I'm back in Orlando after 8 days in Washington, D.C. I'll tell you a little bit about it in just a minute here. Now, I'm an extremely busy consumer expert, money-saving advocate, syndicated newspaper columnist, and that guy that turns digital entrepreneurs into media celebrities over at upmyinfluence.com. See, I'm a consumer advocate and a small business advocate. I do both. Now, I love what I do and can't wait to get going on today's episode. So in order to help you save more, earn more, and live more abundantly on today's show, I'm going to be covering how you can save money on fruits and veggies. This is going to be the ultimate guide to maxing out the value from all of your purchases when you're fooling around at the produce section, loading up the cart. I just want to make sure we reduce spoilage and help you get maximum ROI. Also, we're going to be talking about transitioning careers. If you are kind of in a situation where you're considering making a shift, I do have some info that you might consider just in terms of helping you with that. And then finally, I'm going to hook you up and everybody who listens to this podcast episode with $100 you can use right now for activities and events, concerts, and so forth going on, sporting events in your area. I tested it. It works. It's awesome. Stay tuned. Let's go. Now, harvesting has already begun on a wide variety of fruits and vegetables and will continue over the upcoming weeks. It's time to savor the abundance of healthy produce without spending a bundle. Now, here are 7 ideas on how to save money on fruits and veggies this fall, because I think the idea, and we've done a lot of work just in terms of like what Americans need more of in their diet, and sadly, most of us are just not getting enough fruits and vegetables in our lives, and sometimes we make the excuse of it's just too expensive. Well, if you follow what I'm about to teach you, I'm going to resolve that excuse once and for all. You ready? Here we go. If you want to keep notes, I've got, by the way, you could do this one of 2 ways. You can either write down everything I say, and that'll give you some good show notes, or you could just go to savings.angel.com right now and look for the article that we created. It's called How to Save Money on Fruits and Veggies. So that might be a little bit easier, but I just want to make sure you don't miss out on any of these awesome opportunities. Of course, you can also, I'd highly recommend you share this episode with a friend so we can, listen, we're changing lives. We're helping people save money. We're helping people live healthier as well because they have access to good information. So here we go. Number 1, watch your quantities. Now, this is perhaps the number 1 rule in saving money is to not buy too much at one time, more than you can comfortably use before it expires or goes bad. Now, if the produce you choose is sold by the pound or by the piece, and you are eyeing several tasty varieties, only get a small amount of each for the week. Now, fruits and veggies can be a lot more filling than they look. Now, you may find yourself unable to consume it all fast enough, and if you can't, then freeze some of it. Matter of fact, what I'd recommend you do is you just go ahead and freeze it right away. Like you could literally, and most people, let's see if I'm going to be, I'm going to be talking about this. No, let me tell you this right now. And that is that, and I've mentioned this before, pretty much any produce item can be frozen. Sometimes it takes a little bit of preparation. The only exception I can think of in terms of produce items that doesn't really store very well in the freezer would be like lettuce. It's not much you can do with it at that point. But you could pretty much freeze everything else. Spinach, you can freeze it. Obviously you're not going to eat it raw after you thaw it out, but you can use it for smoothies. You can use it for cooking. It's going to work just fine. Anything that you find in the frozen food section at your local grocery store, it will freeze. in your own freezer. So if you get a good deal on a produce item, certainly buy all that you can use. And again, just divide it up if you don't think you're going to use it all before it expires or starts to spoil, because I don't want you to throw away food. Food spoilage is the enemy of saving money at the grocery store. Number 2, hit the farmers markets and vegetable stands. Now, often these locations can offer foods less expensively than the grocery stores. Now, it all depends on the type of produce and the quality. But when it comes to freshness, you can't beat true, locally grown and harvested produce. Now, you do want to scrutinize what is offered, however. Not all stands at the market are stocking only locally grown produce. Don't just assume everything is farm fresh. When in doubt, ask. And it's not uncommon to find items that were actually purchased, I've heard of this, at a local grocery store and then marked up. See, that's sad when they do that. Now, what was I going to say? There was something else. Just in terms of produce that you get in your local produce section. Now, if that produce was sourced overseas, which is really common, that's the vast majority of our produce comes from far, far away. What you have to understand is that the produce there that was shipped in from far away was actually picked very, very early in the ripening season. And then it's sprayed with gases to keep it from further ripening while it's shipped across the globe to get to your local grocery store. And then again, it's artificially sprayed again to get it to ripen as it gets to the store shelves. So it really just does not have the full spectrum of nutrients in it. So again, local produce, freshly grown produce is almost always going to be healthier for you. Again, it's going to taste better. Okay, let's continue on. Number 3. Consider frozen and canned. Now, many varieties of fruits and especially veggies freeze and can very well. They can even be tastier and healthier than quote unquote fresh bought at the store. Remember what I just talked about? Because all of your quote unquote fresh produce is not really that great. Okay, that's because fresh produce is rarely allowed to fully ripen before picking, as I just mentioned. Growers have to harvest it very early with the hope or expectation that will fully ripen while on the way to the store and to your home. Now, that transit time is built into when the produce is picked so that it's not really already overripe or going bad before you can buy it. Now, on the flip side of that, this is important to know. Frozen and canned varieties, you may not realize this, are processed so quickly that growers can wait to pick them until peak ripeness. They get more produce for the dollar, and they can have bigger produce, which is going to have larger yields. Now, this process maximizes vitamins and nutrients. Now, on top of taste and health, frozen and canned can be less expensive than the fresh versions when you take advantage of sales and coupons. I've gotten bags of vegetables for 7 cents a piece. I've gotten free bags of frozen veggies in the past, and that's a lot cheaper than you can find anywhere else. So just be sure to choose healthy options, not those loaded with a lot of extra sugars, syrups, or preservatives, or all that other filler stuff in there. Just get the raw stuff. Number 4, decide if you really need organic. Now, again, if you search through or go to savingsangel.com and search for the word organic, you'll find a lot of work that we've done on this topic. And I've done full episodes all about organics. Now, let me just kind of give you the most important stuff you need to know. Although the price gap has shrunk some over the years, we've been tracking it, organic still typically costs more. The process to grow organic without the use of pesticides means that produce costs more to grow, and that additional cost is passed on to the consumer. So when should you spring for organic, and when can you actually get regularly grown produce? Well, as a rule of thumb, produce with thick, inedible skins that cover and protect the fruit or vegetables generally contain the smallest amount of trace pesticides in the fruit or vegetable, the edible part. So If you're not going to eat the skin anyway, you may not need to pay for organic. Now, if you are, you may want to consider it. Now, for a list of safer non-organic foods and foods to avoid if not organic, I want you to check out the Environmental Working Group's 2019 Shopper's Guide, and it contains the Clean 15 and Dirty Dozen. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, we got it all linked up at savingsangel.com. Just go find the article for organics. We link directly to it. Again, go to savingsangel.com and find the article that says how to save money on fruits and vegetables. We have a full guide for you there. Number 5, immediately remove and eat or toss any bruised produce. Now, the old saying, one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch, it's not just a metaphor, it's actually rooted in truth. Open packages up and look through them carefully as soon as you get home from the store. Pat dry any produce that's gotten wet, especially berries. Then store properly for the type of fruit or veggie. For example, did you know that storing apples and potatoes together can be a great idea? But storing apples with other items is not. Number 6, give wilting and overripe produce new life. Now, many recipes are delicious with fruits and veggies that might otherwise just be thrown away. Now, think salsas, chutneys, soups, stews, bread, and cookies. Anything where the texture is supposed to be softer. So you can find ways to use produce instead of throwing it away to save money. In fact, if you're diligent and make those types of recipes often, consider buying seconds at farmers markets or marked down for quick sale selections at the grocery store. You'll save a lot of money. Now, you can also just buy these seconds or mark down for quick sale if they're kind of getting a little ripe, and just stick them in the freezer and you can use them at any time. I want you to get maximum fruits and veggies at the lowest price. And finally, number 7, you can grow your own produce indoors year round. I remember like a number of years, about 4 or 5 years ago, there was this viral ad, this old farmer dude, and in the ad, you saw it everywhere, and it said grocery stores hate him. And this is what he was talking about, is just growing your own produce year round. You'll need a few things to get started, but you absolutely can grow some things in pots indoors. Something I want you to Google, and we've talked about this as well on Savings Angel, is square foot gardening. So again, basically the idea is that you're just growing everything in pots indoors. Now, especially smaller plants like peppers and herbs, really easy. With little effort, you'll get some of your produce very inexpensively once you get started. Plus, you'll be able to pick and eat it at peak ripeness and flavor. You can go to the Plant Natural Research Center, and again, we have a link directly at savingsangel.com in the article for save money on fruits and vegetables. So you can click on that as well. And again, I want you to go to the Plant Natural Research Center, and they have a great guide on how to have a tiny farm and harvest indoors. Just about anybody can do this, no matter where you live, no matter how small your living space is. You can grow some stuff. Not only are you going to have great fruits and vegetables, herbs, and that sort of thing, but I really I love the look of having plants indoors. I think it really it adds good zen. So now they also, in the Plant Research Center's guide, they also list the types of plants that do very, very well. So make sure you check that out. And again, all of this stuff, go right now to savingsangel.com. If you're listening to this episode, and we get a lot of people that binge listen to our stuff, I get great feedback. Thank you so much. But you'll just hit the search button and search for the article. And again, it's titled How to Save Money on Fruits and Vegetables. And saving money on fruits and vegetables, absolutely part of living a healthy life and absolutely part of living abundantly. Now, working for doctors can be a rewarding career choice. There's great opportunity in this space right now. People rely on doctors every day for their health and well-being. Fairly economic resistant industry to be in. They certainly rely on doctors for themselves, for their families. But how do you transition into the medical industry without years and years of schooling? if you've not taken a single class in nursing, that might take you a long, long time and a lot of money to be able to be a part of the health industry and create a great job for yourself with great demand. Well, the U.S. Career Institute could be an option for you. What they do is they provide the transitioning education you need to meet the high demands placed on the medical community. You could study at your own pace, which is actually really great. So, if you got kiddos at home, you're busy, you already have a part-time or full-time job, this could be a really, really good fit for you. U.S. Career Institute, they're a distance learning school. They have customized learning materials. It's fully accredited with the DEAC, which is a national accrediting agency recognized by the Department of Education. So the U.S. Career Institute has spent over 35 years dedicated to providing great education, and they've got 26 certificate programs, 7 degrees in healthcare, business services, legal, wellness, and technology industries. Tuition is pretty affordable, especially when you compare to a lot of the other options. And they do what's kind of cool. I like this. They've got low monthly payment options. If you're a veteran like me, U.S. Career Institute also accepts military benefits so you can use your GI Bill. So in as little as 4 months, you could be your own boss, working from home for the medical industry. Now, I've got a special hookup for you. Always, 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 I always demand really the best hookups I could possibly get because, me, I'm that guy that can get you a deal, hookup, or upgrade on anything in life. Well, you can visit workfordoctors.com/angel to get free facts, risk-free. You can enroll with the code ANGEL. That's ANGEL by Monday, October 7th, and you're going to get a full 25% off tuition. There are some exclusions, so you got to check out the website, but I encourage you to be your own boss today. All the information you want, you can research this, check it out, and learn for yourself. But again, you go to workfordoctors.com/angel. And again, don't forget to use the code ANGEL and you can save 25% off tuition. Thank you so much, Work for Doctors, and thank you, U.S. Career Institute. Now, I love going out and about with my wife in and around Central Florida. We just went to Halloween Horror Nights last night. We're going to Food and Wine Festival tonight. These are investments. They cost money, but for me, these are the things that I really believe in, much more so than just throwing money to manufacturer and retailer profits or spending more money than I need to in utilities. I work really, really hard to save money in many areas of my life so that I can splurge on the things that really do matter to me. And one of those things we love to do, again, is go out and do stuff. Now, I found a service not too long ago. I reached out to them because I love the concept, and that is Vivid Seats. And what they do is they make date night planning fast, easy, affordable, and stress-free. Now, Vivid Seats, they're an online event ticket marketplace, and they're dedicated to providing fans of live entertainment like me with experiences that last a lifetime. For me, it was like, I don't know where you're at, but my kids are, they're only getting older. I look back at pictures of them 7 to 10 years ago, and I'm just so grateful for the sacrifices we made to go and do fun things together. And those pictures are just bring back so many memories. And I want you to be able to do more of this. But again, I know this stuff can add up when you're buying tickets for everybody in the family. So we use Vivid Seats, user-friendly app, and we get the best tickets in town, like you go to concerts, theater, ball games, and Vivid Seats now offers an in-app loyalty program for repeat customers, again, like my family and I. So with Vivid Seats rewards, you can earn between 5 to 8% credit on all purchases through the app. And I'm about to really hook you up with something amazing. I teased it at the beginning of the show, and that's $100 That is such an amazing gift that these guys came to the table. We really, really asked for something amazing just because I want you to just try this out. You're going to need to use a code, and that code is ANGEL100. That's ANGEL, ANGEL 100. Now, here's how you do this. You go to the App Store or Google Play, and you download the Vivid Seats app. Now, fans are automatically enrolled in the Vivid Seats Rewards loyalty program, which I mentioned too, where you get the 5 to 8% back. And you'll also enjoy credit on all your purchases as part of the Vivid Seats Rewards. Every purchase also, again, I love this, it's backed by a 100% buyer guarantee. I've seen other systems, they don't have that. Again, as a consumer advocate, these guys check all my boxes. Savings Angel fans have a limited time offer for Vivid Seats. Just enter the special promotion code. That's ANGEL100. That's ANGEL100, ANGEL 100 into either their website or app, and you'll get $100 off your order. Please share this with your friends because this offer is it's going to end soon. So I want to make sure that everybody gets that free $100. It's really, really a cool deal. Give yourself the gift of an incredible shared experience with your loved ones that will last a lifetime. Now, if you've loved hearing everything on this podcast, please share this episode with a friend. People need this information. You and I together, we can change lives. I recommend taking a screenshot with your phone. Do you know how to do that? On an Apple iPhone, you just push the power and the top volume button at the same time, take a screenshot. And then once you have the image on your phone, you can share that into Facebook. You can send it in a text message, post on Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram. And I think that, honestly, I think your friends, I hope you feel like I've done a good job to bring you value in this podcast. My goal is to bring you thousands of dollars of value in every single episode. That's what my team and I are just committed to doing each and every episode. As always, if you have any specific questions, anything you'd like to hear me talk about, you could drop me a comment in the podcast feedback. Just go to savingsangel.com. There's lots of ways to get a hold of us there. You can write in our private Facebook group. Just search Savings Angel and join our group. You're welcome to follow our page, but join the group. We could chat. And you could also call the podcast hotline right now. Give me a call. Love to hear from you. You have my permission to call. It's cool, right? It'll go to voicemail. Love to hear your message. And with your permission, I would love to even share your question or comment on this show. With that, my friend, have a wonderful week full of saving more, earning more, and living more abundantly. And thank you for listening. Peak ripeness and flavor.